What's up, everybody? Seth here from lawofattractioncoaching.net. And I wanted to do a book review today on a book that has really meant a lot in my life. And I just want to share it with you and recommend it. If you haven't read it yet, you need to go out and get it right now. It's called You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. Now, this book is loosely based off of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, which was a landmark bestseller back in the early 1900s that basically went through the principles of what it would take to be successful in really any undertaking you take. It doesn't matter what you do. The principles that make you successful are pretty much always the same. And Bob Proctor was a student of Napoleon Hill and claims to have read his book thousands of times. In fact, he says he never stops reading Think and Grow Rich. And what he did was he based his book, You Were Born Rich, off those principles that are espoused in that book. Now, I will admit, the first time I read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, I was really confused. I actually had it sitting there on the bookshelf for a while, and I'd start to read it, and I'd give up, and I'd start to read it, and I'd give up, because the principles in it were so far out and so complex that I just couldn't really believe it, and I couldn't really wrap my mind around it. But as I mature, as I get smarter, I realize that those principles are really the foundation of success in life. Now, fast forward, Bob Proctor basically based this book, You Were Born Rich, off those principles, but kind of boiled them down in a simpler way for people to understand. So you don't have to read this 20 times to get what he's getting at. You can read this through one time and really understand the gist of what it's going to take to be successful in life. And, it doesn't really matter what profession you're in. These principles, these foundations that you need are the same for all professions. If you're not doing these, you're probably not going to be successful. Now, You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. I read this book actually more than Think and Grow Rich, because I feel like this is something that I can read a chapter a night, and I can really just kind of let this sit in, and it's really helped me grow as a person and be more successful in business. And just every time I read it, I get something new out of it. So I never stop reading it. Now, it's like I said, it's boiled down into 10 chapters, and each chapter kind of has a different concept that you're going to need to master. The first one, Me and Money. One of my favorite things about this chapter is it talked about fear not, where the things you fear will always come to get you. So if you have this fear of being in poverty or ending up broke or losing your house, those fears are going to manifest in your life. So what you got to do is train your subconscious mind into thinking that you're already rich almost, and then you will attract that into your life. And that's what I've kind of started to do, and I'm not perfect at it, but I'm working on it. And you just got to really get those fears out of there, because fear doesn't really serve you. So instead, you should just expect abundance. You should expect everything that is going to go well. You should expect you're going to make money. You're going to expect that you're going to be able to buy the house you want and all those things. And in turn, your subconscious mind will manifest a way to accomplish that. So that's chapter 1. Chapter 2 talks about how much is enough. Chapter 3, the image maker. And this chapter really hit home for me, because really we are the creator of our own destiny. And if we want a certain kind of life, it's really up to us to go get it. And actually creating it and actually making the money for yourself and building the business for yourself is the most fulfilling thing in life. And that is what will teach you to grow as a person. If you're just handed these things, most people that are rich kids from rich parents usually end up, not that fulfilled. But when you have to go out and create these things on your own, that's where true fulfillment comes in. And that's what the image maker chapter is all about. It says that you are the creator of your own image, and you can really do whatever you want if you are willing to put in the hard work. Chapter 4, Let Go and Let God. This basically talks about just not really worrying about whether you're going to succeed or not, but just putting it in God's hands and just moving forward with your dreams. Expect an abundance. This is huge. If you're not expecting that money's going to come to you and that you're going to be successful, you're probably never going to be able to manifest it. The law of vibration and attraction. So this is a little bit more complex, but basically everything in life is a vibration. And so if you're an angry person, you're thinking angry thoughts, and you're unhappy constantly, you're going to attract those kind of things into your life. Now, if you are a very optimistic and positive person and expecting good things to happen in your life, then that too is a vibration that you're going to attract those kind of things in your life. So I'm an optimistic person. I expect abundance, and so I don't even hang around people that are really negative. I try to only associate with people that are positive, that are looking to be successful and looking to grow as people. And that's what the law of vibration is all about. And this gets back to the law of attraction. this might be a thing that a lot of you might not believe in at first, but I can assure you, once you get more into it, you will see that this does make sense in real life, and you will manifest what you read. The Risktakers, chapter 7. This is a great chapter about how most of the people that are successful in business or any other kind of venture are the ones that take the biggest risks. They're not afraid to fail. And when you're not afraid to fail, usually you will succeed. Now, that doesn't mean you do stupid things. You go out and just make stupid bets on, 99 to 1 odds or something like that. No, that's not what we're saying. But we're saying calculated risk. If you don't take the risk, you're not going to get the reward. And Bob tells a really good story in this chapter about fighter pilots, and I believe it was World War II, where the ones that actually lived, it was contrary to what you would think. The ones that actually came back from war alive were the ones that did fly really fast into enemy territory and didn't mess around, that put all caution aside and just went in there, because those were the most dangerous people and the most unpredictable. The people that played it safe and didn't really fly into the dangerous areas usually got shot down. So basically the moral of the story is the people that take the risks are the ones who get the rewards. The Razor's Edge, chapter 8. This chapter is so huge. This chapter is all about how most of your success is literally just a razor's edge away, and most people will stop just inches before they succeed. And it's something in our mind, or something that at the first sign of resistance, we always just kind of push away and give up. And that resistance is what you need to push through in order to be successful. So if you ever feel resistance in something and you feel like, oh, I just can't make it, then you need to double down. You just go harder, harder, harder until you finally break through. And that's the razor's edge concept, which he explains so well in chapter 8. Chapter 9, don't think in reverse. Chapter 10, the vacuum law of prosperity. Basically, that talks about how you have to give something up in order to get something. So there's only so much space in consciousness. There's only so much time in the day, and you need to give up certain things in order to bring other things into your life. And so that's a concept he talks about often. And that's the book. Those 10 chapters are the basis of all success. And if you read this book and you start to actually, learn from these chapters and apply these chapters and apply these concepts into your life, you will be successful if you have good ideas and if you keep persistence and keep pushing forward with your dreams. And, if you get stuck, go back to this book over and over and over and reread it, reapply the concepts, and it can only help you in life. Because if you know who Bob Proctor is, super successful guy, one of the best self-help coaches of all times, and I know he's meant a lot to me. I've learned a lot from him, and I'm sure you will too. So I'm going to include a link in the description of this book, Bob Proctor, You Were Born Rich. If you're interested in making more money, if you're interested in being more successful in business, I highly recommend it. There's an Amazon link in the description. Click it. Get this book today. It's not very much, and it's well worth the investment. And thanks for watching my video review. I'll have more book reviews coming in the future. And don't forget, you can sign up for our 10-day free Law of Attraction e-course at lawofattractioncoaching.net. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.